All right, welcome into Jammin' Sports, everybody. We are back after a 3-day hiatus. We had baseball and softball on the radio the past couple of days, and we haven't had a game since Sunday, but we are back on this, a Thursday night, and we have a doubleheader for you. It'll be the Seattle Seahawks and the New Orleans Saints. That'll be our first game, and then we'll have the Minnesota Vikings at the Green Bay Packers. That'll be game number 2. Game number 1, an NFC West contest. The Seattle Seahawks come in at 7-2, currently tied with the Giants for the best record in the NFC. Seattle leads the NFC West. The Saints are 3-6. They are at the bottom of the AFC West. If not for the Cardinals, they'd be in last place. The Saints are currently in 4th place. Evil Dead is 71-49 on the season, and that puts him 22 games over 500. Grando is 55-37, also 22 games up. New England Fan is 23-24. If you're watching on YouTube, please follow, like, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell as we head out to New Orleans, Louisiana for this one, the Seahawks and the Saints, here at Jammin' Sports. And welcome into the Superdome, New Orleans, Louisiana. It's the Seahawks and the Saints. And welcome in to another NFL broadcast here at Jammin' Sports. Great to have you along on this Thursday. Evil Dead's got the Saints. Good to see you, Evil Dead. I've had sports on the radio the last few days. Our first game since last Sunday. Misty's here. There's the kickoff. We're underway. The Saints get the ball first from the 2-yard line. Green over the 15-20. And Green brings it out to the 28-yard line. On the return, Fred Green, in his 5th year out of Auburn, the free safety. Fred Green is a former Seahawk playing his former team today. Starting quarterback for the Saints, Peyton Hicks, in his 7th year out of Tennessee. We have the Vikings and the Packers after this. We get a purple team up next, Misty. Oh, that's right. Misty don't pick no more. Saints trying to get back in the NFC playoff picture at 3-6. Seattle trying to maintain their lead in the NFC West. They got throttled by the Raiders last week, the Seahawks did. They're trying to bounce back. 1st and 10 from the 28 in the I formation. Hicks under center. Hicks hands off to Wilder, and Wilder makes his way out to the 32-yard line, a gain of 4 yards. Here's the New Orleans offense. Up front, Vaughn, Nance, Myers, Stevens, and Toomer. And then it's Hawks, Carter, Wilder, Hancock, and Jefferson. And that'll bring up, it was actually a gain of 5. It'll be 2nd and 5 from the 32-yard line. Seattle was looking good until they ran into that Raider buzzsaw last week. On 2nd and 5, Hicks looking, throws down the middle, Hancock on the catch. Dalton Hancock, 16 yards out to the 48-yard line. The 8th year tight end out of Boise State. And that'll be a first down for New Orleans. Doubleheader tonight. We'll have a doubleheader tomorrow as well. 1st and 10 for the Saints. They have it at their own 48-yard line. New Orleans comes out. Everybody in tight, just one receiver set wide. Hicks under center. Drops back. Hicks looking. Throws downfield, and it's knocked down. Incomplete. Broken up by Darnell Hubert, the rookie defensive back out of Hawaii. Here's the Seattle defense. Up front, Green, Hamilton, Alvarez, and McCoy. They play a 4-3. Linebackers, McKenzie, Cochran, and Harper. And the secondary for the Seahawks, McCoy, Smith, Morgan, and Hubert. 2nd and 10 for the Saints at their own 48. Opening drive of the game. Saints are marching down the field. They come out with 3 receivers to the near side. Hicks in the shotgun. Hicks looking, throws, caught by Hancock. And Dalton Hancock to the Seahawk 44. A gain of 8. And that'll bring up 3rd and 2. Dalton Hancock, the tight end. A pretty good one, too. And that'll bring up 3rd and 2 for New Orleans at the Seahawk 44. 6:37 and counting here in the first quarter. No score, opening drive. 4 wide. Hicks in the shotgun. Hicks looking. Hicks rolls out. And Hicks is going to take off. He's got the first down. Nobody around the right side. All the way down to the 30-yard line. A 14-yard run by Peyton Hicks. 7th-year quarterback out of Tennessee. First down, New Orleans. Evil Dead has got the Saints in this one. 1st and 10 for the Saints at the Seahawk 30-yard line. New Orleans comes out 4 wide. Hicks in the shotgun. Single back. Hicks drops back. Throws outside to Potts. The tight end, Anthony Potts, out to the 25. And that'll be a gain of 4 yards. It'll be 2nd and 6. Anthony Potts in his 7th year out of Maryland. Nick McCoy on the tackle in his 6th year out of Texas Tech. 2nd and 6 for the Saints at the Seattle 25. New Orleans in the offset eye. Hicks under center. Hicks hands off to Wilder. And Wilder picks up a yard to the 26-yard line. Caleb Hamilton on the tackle. The 7th-year defensive tackle out of Miami. And that'll bring up 3rd and 6. Vikings-Packers after this. We'll head up to Lambeau for that one. 3rd and 6 for the Saints. Hicks under center. Drops back. Dumps it off to Wilder out of the backfield. And Wilder gets taken down at the 20-yard line. He's going to be shy of the first down. Tackle made by Randall McKenzie, the 7th-year linebacker out of Florida, keeping the Saints from getting a first down. It'll be 4th and 1. The Saints will probably try a 37-yard field goal. Jerome Taylor comes on, 5th-year kicker out of Clemson, from 37 to get the Saints on the board first. Snap, kick is up, and the kick is no good. He hit the upright. Oh, man, the Saints come up empty on the opening drive. Let's watch this one again. He dunked it off the right upright. We remain scoreless, and the Seahawks will take over. Their starting quarterback, number 12, Devin Wade, in his 8th year out of Texas. The quarterback they coaxed out of retirement. He was only retired for a year. And he's led Seattle to a 7-2 start. First place in the NFC West. He's our comeback player of the year candidate at the moment. 3 receivers to the far side. Wade in the shotgun. 1st and 10. Wade fakes the handoff. And Wade is going to take off. He gets the first down. Makes a move. And Wade all the way out to the 45. An 18-yard scamper by Devin Wade. First down, Seahawks. Of course, Devin Wade, one of the long shot players from Madden 18. Colt Cruz is the other. Cruz Missy's going to root for the Vikings, she said, next game. Colt Cruz was the other long shot player from Madden 18. He's still on the Broncos, the team that drafted him. 1st and 10 from the 45. Seahawks come out in the offset eye. Wade under center. Wade hands off to Terry Gilbert around the outside. Gilbert across midfield to the 48-yard line. A gain of 8, and that'll bring up 2nd and 2 for the Seahawks. James Templeton came up and made the tackle, the 8th-year defensive back out of South Carolina. It'll be 2nd and 2 for Seattle. 3.5 minutes left in the first quarter, no score. This is the Seahawks opening drive. The Saints missed a field goal on their opening drive. On 2nd and 2, Wade to Gilbert up the middle, and Terry Gilbert picks up the first down, a gain of 5, out to the 43-yard line. The 8th-year back out of Texas. In fact, Terry Gilbert and Devin Wade played for Texas at the same time. Gilbert got drafted by Seattle. He's been there ever since. Wade got drafted by the Broncos and then was traded to the Panthers, retired for a year, and now he's on Seattle. 3 minutes left in the first quarter. 1st and 10 Seahawks. 3 receivers to the far side. Wade in the shotgun. Wade to Gilbert, and Gilbert to the 37. A gain of 6. And that'll bring up 2nd and 4. Tim Malone, the rookie linebacker out of Florida A&M, on the tackle. Seahawks on the move. Scoreless here in the first quarter. 2nd and 4 from the New Orleans 37-yard line. Wade drops back, throws underneath, caught by Clay. And Clay out to the 24, gain of 13. I just got a message from Twitch to take a survey on how to make Twitch better. If you get a survey, put down reinstate the replay function. I miss being able to put replays on. They took that away about 2 years ago. A little over 2 years ago. Yeah, make me partner. I don't have enough views. 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Wade hands off to McKenzie this time. Bouncing off some Saints. And McKenzie goes down, a 2-yard loss. Back to the 26-yard line. Darnell Kirk, made the tackle. 3rd-year safety out of Rice. Chris McKenzie, the running back, in his 3rd year out of Miami. Pinballing his way for a 2-yard loss. It was like he was playing bumper pool out there. Officially a 3-yard loss. Be 2nd and 13 back at the 26-yard line for the Seahawks. 1:30 left to play in the first quarter. No score. In the I formation. Wade throws, caught by Walker coming across. And that's Colby Walker, the 4th-year receiver out of Boise State, down to the 19-yard line. A gain of 8 and bring up 3rd and 5. Big 3rd down for the Seahawks as we're coming up on a minute left in the first quarter. 3rd and 5 from the Saint 19. Wade drops back. Wade rolls out, throws downfield, caught by Rupert Jones, the tight end, good for 7 yards. Down to the 12-yard line. That'll be a Seattle first down. Jones in his 10th year out of Oklahoma. And that'll be a Seahawk first down. Couple of long drives here in the first quarter. New Orleans had a long drive, but they missed the field goal. It hit the upright. And now Seattle on their opening drive. This is a long drive too. 1st and 10 at the Saint 12. Down to 33 seconds in the first quarter. In the I formation. They pitch to Gilbert. Gilbert inside the 10. And Gilbert down to the 9, a gain of 3. Make it a gain of 4, be 2nd and 6. James Templeton comes up to make the tackle. Will they get the playoff in time before the end of the quarter? 2nd and 6 from the 9. Wade in the shotgun, and that's the end of the first quarter. No score here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to the Superdome, New Orleans, Louisiana. Week 10 here at Jammin' Sports. The 7-2 Seahawks, the 3-6 Saints. No score, but as we start the second quarter, it'll be 2nd and 6 for Seattle at the New Orleans 9-yard line. Seattle trying to punch it in after a scoreless first quarter. Seahawks come out in the I formation. Wade hands off to Gilbert, and Terry Gilbert all the way down to the 2, a gain of 7 yards, and they're going to call him short. That'd make it only a gain of 6. He got a bad spot if he missed the first down. I thought he dove forward and got it. It'll be 3rd and inches from the 2-yard line. 4 wide for the Seahawks. Wade in the shotgun. Big 3rd down. Wade back. Wade looking, rolls out, and Wade tries to get the first down, and he's denied. The Saints are right there. Number 95, Bryce Barnett, along with number 26, and that's James Templeton. I'm sorry, it's Chris Rothman, number 26, making the tackle. It'll be 4th down for Seattle. Wade doesn't get the first down. Nice pursuit by New Orleans. Does Seattle settle for 3, or do they go for it? Be 4th and 2 from the 4-yard line. They're going to kick the field goal. Tom Davison comes on. This will be from 21 yards to get the Seahawks on the board first. Kick is up, and it's good. Seahawks lead it 3-0. 7 minutes left to play here in the first half. Live from the Superdome, New Orleans, Louisiana. Week 10 here at Jammin' Sports. I'm thinking these two teams played earlier in the season. I'm looking at the schedule here just to make sure. They may have. Yep, back in week 3. Seahawks beat the Saints 24-21 up in Seattle. The rematch here today. I thought so. That was a game Seattle had to come from behind to win. Now that I remember. And now the kickoff by Dakota Cochran. From the 2-yard line, Green brings it back. This is Fred Green out to the 26-yard line. And that's where New Orleans will take over. 1st and 10, 6:56 left here in the first half. Vikings-Packers up next. Peyton Hicks comes out once again to lead the offense. Next week, let's take a look at the schedule here. Let's see. Seattle hosts Arizona next week, and New Orleans will play at the Raiders. First and 10 from the 26-yard line. Hicks in the shotgun. 4 receivers set wide. Hicks will drop back. Throws outside to Hancock. And Dalton Hancock out to the 31-yard line. A gain of 5. That would bring up 2nd and 5. The big tight end. Hubert on the tackle. Darnell Hubert, the rookie out of Hawaii. Coming up on 6.5 minutes left in the first half. Seahawks up 3-0. On 2nd and 5. Hancock in motion. Hicks fakes the handoff. Throws deep downfield. Caught by Logan Hawks. No, incomplete. Broken up. A wicked hit put on by number 24. That's Gary Morgan, the third-year safety out of Pittsburgh. Incomplete. They were looking for Logan Hawks, and that'll bring up 3rd and 5. 4 wide, make it 5 for the Saints. Hicks in the shotgun. Hicks drops back. Hicks throws, dumps it off to McAllister, and it looks like he picks up the first down, a 5-yard gain out to the 36-yard line. Jared McAllister, the 8th-year receiver out of Colorado. First down, Saints. They'll have it at their own 36 with 6 minutes left here in the first half. Doubleheader tonight. We'll have a doubleheader for you tomorrow as well. We have the Vikings and the Packers up next. And I'll tell you about tomorrow's doubleheader here in a second. 1st and 10 from the 36, 4 wide. Hicks to Wilder up the middle. And Wilder makes his way out to the 40. Again, a 4, bring up 2nd and 6. Jacob Green on the tackle in his 11th year out of California, the defensive tackle. Doubleheader tomorrow will be New England at Houston and then Cleveland at the Jets. We'll see the Jets tomorrow, who have currently the best record in the league. 2nd and 6, 5 wide. Hicks back, looking to throw. Gets it out to McAllister, but it's knocked away and broken up by Leonard Smith, the 11th year safety out of Utah State. And that'll bring up 3rd down. It'll stop the clock for the moment with 5:16 left here in the first half. On 3rd and 6, 5 wide once again. Hicks in the shotgun, takes the snap. Hicks looking, throws, and is caught by St. John down to the 50-yard line. It'll be a 10-yard gain. That'll be enough for the first down. DeMarcus St. John, the 3rd-year receiver out of Michigan, making the catch. First down, Saints at midfield. Seattle leads at 3-0. We're in the second quarter. Saints on the move. They have the ball now at midfield. 1st and 10. 4 wide for the Saints. Hicks in the shotgun. Hicks drops back. Throws. Caught by Potts. Anthony Potts, the tight end, out to the 45. A gain of 5. It'll be 2nd and 5. Jake Hughes on the tackle. 5th-year linebacker out of Notre Dame. Clock is moving in a rapidly moving first half. 4:40 and counting. 3 wide for the Saints to the near side. Hicks in the shotgun. 2nd and 5. Pump fakes. Throws down the sideline. Caught by Green. And Green all the way down to the 10 before he's forced out of bounds. A 35-yard catch by Thomas Green, the rookie out of Michigan State. Finally forcing him out of bounds, Devin Coleman, the rookie defensive back out of Illinois. First down, New Orleans. Seahawks started 7-1, but they lost last week to the Raiders. They don't want to lose 2 in a row. 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. Saints come out. Hicks under center. Hicks hands off to Carter this time. That's Ed Carter. He picks up a yard. The 4th-year back out of Ole Miss. Taking him down, Corey Presley, the longtime linebacker in his 13th year out of East Tennessee State. Presley was on the Dolphins for a while. He was on the Chiefs for a couple of seasons, and now he's on the Seahawks. 2nd and goal from the 9. Hicks in the shotgun with a back on either side. Hicks to Carter, and Ed Carter pushing forward down to the 3, a gain of 6. And that'll bring up 3rd and goal from the 3-yard line. Finally tackled by Geno Floyd, the rookie out of Ohio State, the safety. 3rd and goal now from the 3-yard line. Big 3rd down here. They spread the receivers out. Hicks under center. Hicks drops back. Hicks rolls out. And Hicks is going to run it in himself. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 3-yard touchdown run by Peyton Hicks in his 7th year out of Tennessee. He waited for the last second to run to the corner of the end zone. He's waiting for a receiver to get in position so he can get the block. And the Saints take a 6-3 lead. And now Jerome Taylor will come on for the extra point. Snap, kick is up. And it's good. Saints lead it 7-3, 3:14 left here in the first half. Here at the Superdome, New Orleans, Louisiana. Week 10 here at Jammin' Sports. AFC West battle. Seattle at 7 or NFC West battle. Seattle at 7-2, Saints at 3-6. Saints trying to get the upset. They nearly beat Seattle earlier in the year, up in Seattle. The Seahawks had to come from behind. They won that game 24-21. Seattle was down 21-10 going into the 4th quarter of that one. They came back to win it. Kicking off will be Jerome Taylor. And this will be fielded a yard deep by Walker. Brings it out over the 15, 20, 25. Kobe Walker all the way out to the 34-yard line. First down Seahawks. 3:10 left in the half. Seattle gets the ball first in the second half. New Orleans had the opening drive of the game, but they missed the field goal. First and 10 from the 34. Vikings and the Packers are up after this. Seattle comes out, 4 wide, 3 to the near side. Wade in the shotgun. Wade hands off to Gilbert, and Terry Gilbert spinning and juking and driving out to the 40-yard line. A gain of 6. It'll be 2nd and 4. On the tackle, Bryce Barnett in his 11th year out of Illinois. The defensive tackle. Second and 4 from the 40-yard line. 4 wide. Wade in the shotgun. Wade drops back. Throws down the middle. Caught by Gilbert. And Gilbert across midfield to the 47. A gain of 13 for the Seahawks. And that'll be a first down as we're getting even closer to the 2-minute warning. On the tackle, number 55, Tim Malone, the rookie linebacker out of Florida A&M. As we watch the replay, Gilbert's a pretty good receiver out of the backfield. This will probably be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Wade in the shotgun, 1st and 10. Wade looking, rolls out, throws downfield, caught by Walker, down to the 27, a gain of 20. And that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. Saints up 7-3 here at Jammin' Sports. We're back here at the Superdome, New Orleans, Louisiana. Here in week number 10 of our current sim season. New Orleans leads Seattle 7-3. Evil Dead took the Saints in this one. So far, so good for him. But the Seahawks are driving. They're down to the Saint 27-yard line. 4 wide for the Seahawks. Wade in the shotgun. Wade drops back. Wade throws down the middle, caught by Gilbert. Down to the 16, a gain of 11. And that'll be a Seattle first down. Linebacker Shea Taylor on the tackle, the rookie out of Akron, number 53. Saints were playing a dime defense. They brought in an extra linebacker and a defensive back. 1:40 left. Clock is moving. Both teams with 3 timeouts here in the first half. 4 wide. Wade in the shotgun. 1st and 10. Wade throws, and boy, he's fortunate that wasn't picked off. Malone was in the area. Tim Malone, the linebacker. He was looking for Gilbert, but that was severely underthrown. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 16-yard line. Four wide for Seattle. Wade in the shotgun. Wade looking. Wade throws, caught by Walker, and Kobe Walker down to the 4, a gain of 12. And we have an injury timeout. One of the Saints players got shaken up, so a timeout will be charged to New Orleans since we're under 2 minutes. That is the rule. Coming up to make the tackle there was number 36 for the Saints. That's Cedric Michaels in his 9th year out of Arizona. Actually, it was Templeton, number 34. James Templeton. 1st and goal Seahawks from the 4-yard line. Wade in the shotgun on 1st and goal. Wade looking, throws underneath, caught by Mills, and he's down at the 1. On the tackle, number 22, Darnell Kirk, the safety. And I actually thought he got in. Actually, it was Clements. Actually, I think it was Kirk. In any event, I thought he got in. Ivan Mills out of New Hampshire in his 4th year. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 1. Less than a minute to play here in the half. Wade in the gun. Wade drops back, throws, and it's nearly picked off by Templeton. Incomplete. They were looking for Ivan Mills again, and Mills nearly caught it on the deflection, I believe. There were several Seahawks in the area, to include Marcus Clay. He had a chance to catch it on the deflection, but it falls to the ground. Incomplete. 3rd and goal from the 1. 52 seconds left in the half. Wade under center. Wade to Gilbert. Gilbert's in for the touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown run by Terry Gilbert. 8th year back out of Texas. And Seattle retakes the lead 9-7 with 50 seconds left here in the first half. A straightforward 1-yard touchdown run right up the middle. And now Tom Davidson will come on for the extra point. Snap, kick is up, and it's good. Seahawks lead at 10-7. 50 seconds left to play here in the first half. Here at the Superdome, New Orleans, Louisiana. Week 10 here at Jabbin Sports. We've been gone the last 3 days. I apologize. And on Sunday, I wanted to do 3 games. I only did 1 this past Sunday. My allergies were just getting the better of me. I just didn't feel up to doing 3 games. Still suffering from allergies. I mean, I'm suffering from them this year worse than I have in a long time. The pollen here in Middle Tennessee is just through the roof right now. Davidson will kick off. Or Cochran, actually, from the goal line. Green over the 15-20. And Green brings it back out to the 25-yard line. That's Thomas Green, the rookie out of Michigan State. 46 seconds left in the half. First down, New Orleans from their own 25. They have 2 timeouts. Let's see if they can get in a field goal range. and tied up before halftime. We'll head up to Lambeau Field, Green Bay, for the next game. It'll be Minnesota and Green Bay. Vikings and Packers. 4 wide for the Saints. 1st and 10. Hicks in the shotgun. Hicks will drop back. Hicks throws near side. Caught by Jefferson. Out to the 41. Tim Jefferson, a 16-yard gain. The 8th-year receiver out of Ohio State. 1st down, New Orleans. And he gets out of bounds, and that'll stop the clock with 42 seconds left here in the first half. At halftime, I may go blow my nose. I've been taking Claritin. It helps a little bit. 1st and 10 from the 41-yard line. 4 wide. Hicks in the shotgun. Single back. Hicks throws outside. Caught by Logan Hawks. Out to the 43. A gain of 2 yards. And New Orleans takes a timeout. Make it a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. With 37 seconds left here in the first half. I may go blow my nose right now. Hold on. All right, we are back. 2nd and 7 from the 43-yard line. Took advantage of that timeout. 5 wide. Hicks on the shotgun. Hicks looking. Hicks throws near side. Caught by St. John. Out to the 39-yard line. A gain of 18. DeMarcus St. John, the 3rd-year receiver out of Michigan. New Orleans holding on to that final timeout. 20 seconds left. Clock is moving. They're not quite in field goal range. It'd be a 56-yarder from here. They want to get closer. I would quickly run a play and get closer and call that final timeout. Saints come out. We're down to 10 seconds. Hicks in the shotgun. Down to 8. Taking too much time. They're not going to have time for a field goal. Wasting a lot of time. All right, here we go. 2 seconds. Hicks sets up a screen to Wilder. And that was bad clock management by the Saints. We go to halftime. Seattle up 10-7 here at Jammin' Sports. And welcome back to the Superdome, New Orleans, Louisiana. Week number 10 here at Jammin' Sports. The 7-2 Seahawks and the 3-6 Saints. We start the third quarter. Seattle up 10-7. We were scoreless after 1. And Seattle will get the second half kickoff. Jerome Taylor will kick off for New Orleans. Chance for Seattle to go up by 2 scores on this drive. There's the kick from the 3-yard line. Colby Walker over the 20. And Walker brings it out to the 25-yard line. And that's where Seattle will have it, 1st and 10. Davis in the house. Good to see you, Davis. Checking in from out west in Arizona. I'm in Nashville. Evil Dead's in New York. We got the whole country covered here. First and 10, Seattle from their own 25, leading 10-7. Seahawks come out in the I formation. Wade fakes the handoff, rolls out, and Wade's going to take off. And Devin Wade out to the 32-yard line, a gain of 7. And that'll bring up 2nd and 3. Coming up to make the tackle, number 56, Sean Hammond, the rookie linebacker out of Alabama. And that'll bring up 2nd and 3. Want to apologize for our viewers. I was not on Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. We had ball games. And I kind of shortchanged everybody on Sunday. Instead of doing 3, I only did 1. I wasn't feeling well. 2nd and 3 from the 32-yard line. Wade in the shotgun. Wade to Gilbert. And Gilbert gets back to the line of scrimmage. No gain. And that'll bring up 3rd and 3. Bryce Barnett on the tackle. So it'll be 3rd and 3 for the Seahawks at their own 32. Saints trying to force the 3 and out. In the I formation. Wade, 3-step drop. Now he scrambles, throws. Caught by Gibson. And that's Blake Gibson out to the 45. A gain of 23 yards to Blake Gibson, the 5th-year receiver out of Rutgers. And that'll be a Seattle first down. Into Saints territory. I guess Evil Dead wasn't sold on Seattle, considering they got their butt handed to them the other night by the Raiders last week. He took the Saints in this one. I had a feeling Seattle would rebound. 4 wide. Wade in the shotgun. 1st and 10. Wade hands off to Gilbert. And Gilbert makes his way down to the New Orleans 33-yard line. A gain of 12. Chris Rothman finally made the tackle. Rothman in his 4th year, the safety out of Oregon. 1st and 10 Seahawks at the 33 of New Orleans. Vikings, Packers up next. We'll head up to the not-so-frozen tundra of Lambeau Field. 4 wide for Seattle, 1st and 10. Wade in the shotgun. Wade to Gilbert, right up the gut. And Gilbert gets 3 before being taken down by Barnett. Make it a 4-yard gain, be 2nd and 6. .540 in counting. We're in the 3rd quarter. Seattle only up by 3. They come out in the I. Wade under center. Wade drops back. Throws down the middle, and it's knocked down by Darnell Cook. They keep calling him Cook. Darnell Kirk, the 3rd-year safety out of Rice, knocks it down. And that'll bring up 3rd and 3. They were looking for Marcus Clay, the wide receiver. The 3rd-year receiver out of Colorado State. Incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 6 for the Seahawks at the New Orleans 30-yard line. 4 wide for Seattle. Wade in the shotgun. Wade fakes the handoff. Wade in trouble. Breaks a tackle. Throws. Gets it to Clay. Down to the 15-yard line. Marcus Clay, a 15-yard catch. And Wade hung in there. He shook off a sack and got the ball out of there for a first down. That was on Devin Wade, refusing to go down. Barnett hit him, didn't wrap up. As we're coming up on 5 minutes left here in the 3rd. 1st and 10 Seahawks from the Saint 15. 5 receivers wide. Empty backfield for Wade. Wade back. Wade throws to Jones. Touchdown, Seahawks. A 15-yard touchdown catch by Rupert Jones, 10th-year tight end out of Oklahoma. And the Seahawks go up 16-7. They're up by 2 scores. Seahawks come into this week at 7-2, tied with the Giants for the best record in the NFC. Tom Davidson for the extra point. Snap, kick is up, and it's good. Seahawks lead it 17-7 with 4:49 left to play. Well, you didn't pick. Oh, okay. No. Misty's complaining that her pick is losing again. Does Seattle play the Giants in the regular season? I'm looking. I don't think they do. I'm looking at the remainder of the schedule here, week by week. And they do not. The Jets have the best record overall. They're 8-1. And the Jets play Cleveland tomorrow. That'll be the second game of our doubleheader tomorrow. We'll have the Patriots and the Texans first. Cochran will kick off for Seattle, now up by 10. From the 2-yard line, Green brings it back over the 15, 20, 25. And Green, Thomas Green, the rookie out of Michigan State, out to the 30-yard line. New Orleans now down by 10 with 4:43 left here in the third quarter. Plenty of time for the Saints, but they've got to get something going. It's been a rough year for New Orleans, 3-6. And they have a tough game next week. New Orleans goes out to the Bay Area to take on the Raiders. It's going to be a tough game. The Seahawks, they get the Cardinals next week. Cardinals with, well, they have the second worst record. 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. Hicks in the shotgun. Hicks hands off to Wilder. And Wilder will lose a yard back to the 29-yard line. On the tackle, Morgan McCoy in his 8th year out of San Jose State. A loss of 2 officially, be 2nd and 12. For a Thursday, we have a pretty good crowd in here. Thursdays, my experience, the absolute worst day to get viewers. But we have a decent amount tonight. I appreciate that so much. 2nd and 12, 4 wide. Hicks in the shotgun. Hicks looking. Hicks throws outside, caught by McAllister. Turns upfield, out to the 43. A gain of 14. Jared McAllister, and that'll be a first down for New Orleans. The Saints, they got to get something going here. They're down by 2 scores. The veteran receiver in his 8th year out of Colorado. He's been with the Saints all 8 seasons. 4:11 left in the third quarter. 1st and 10 Saints at their own 43. Hicks in the shotgun. Single back.
Let's go. Green 39.
Hicks drops back. Throws, dumps it off to Wilder. Does he hold on? I think he did, yes, for a yard. And the linebacker, Cochran, on the tackle, Wes Cochran, the rookie out of Cincinnati. It'll be 2nd and 9. The Seahawks have 2 players named Cochran. Their linebacker there, Wes, and their punter, Dakota Cochran. No relation that I know of. 2nd and 9 for the Saints at their own 44, 3:41 in counting here in the third quarter. Seattle up by 10. Saints come out 4 wide. Hicks under center.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Jefferson in motion. Hicks throws to Jefferson. He does not hold on as he's nailed by Wes Cochran, the linebacker, as he was trying to catch it. Incomplete. Well-timed hit by Cochran. And that'll bring up 3rd and 9 for the Saints at their own 44. 3:27 left. New Orleans comes out. Everybody in tight this time, but 4 wide. Hicks in the shotgun. Hicks looking. Hicks throws. It's caught by Hancock to the Seahawk 44-yard line. That'll be a gain of 12 to Dalton Hancock. Actually, no, he dropped it. They said he dropped it. Incomplete. I thought he had caught it. It'll be 4th down. Sure looked like he caught it. Bill Stone back to punt. And Stone gets the punt away. And that's going to drop. Oh, look at that. Just into the end zone. Touchback. I thought Stone was going to put it at the 1. It'll be a touchback. Seattle will take over at the 20-yard line. 1st and 10. Up 17-7. Well, Seattle now, they can pull away from the Saints if they can get another touchdown here. They can make it a 3-score game with a touchdown. 3:15 left to play. Here in the third quarter, Seahawks up 17-7. Devin Wade, the quarterback, in his 8th year out of Texas. Wade in the shotgun. Wade fakes the handoff, throws outside to Walker, and Kobe Walker out to the 25. A gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd and 5. We're down to 3 minutes left here in the third quarter. James Templeton on the tackle for New Orleans. Four wide for the Seahawks. Wade in the shotgun on 2nd down. Jones in motion. Wade fakes the handoff. Throws downfield, wide open. Blake Gibson all the way out to the 49. A 24-yard gain by Blake Gibson. And that's a Seahawk first down. 5th-year receiver out of Rutgers. And they left him wide open. That's wide open in the NFL right there. Curry Felton finally put him down. The defensive end in his 4th year out of East Carolina. First down, Seattle at their own 49. 2:17 left to play here in the third. Seattle comes out in the eye. Wade drops back, pump fakes, throws outside to Gilbert, and Gilbert makes his way to the 50-yard line. That'll be a 1-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 9. Coming up to make the stop, Shea Taylor, the rookie linebacker out of Akron. Under 2 minutes left to play here in the third quarter. 2nd and 9 for the Seahawks from midfield. .152 and counting. 2nd and 9. Seahawks with Wade in the shotgun. 2 backs in the backfield. Wade back. Wade steps up. He's going to take off again. Wade making a nice move down to the 33-yard line. He fakes somebody out. A 17-yard run by Devin Wade, and he gets the first down. 1st and 10 Seahawks at the New Orleans 33-yard line. Who'd he fake out? Boy, he faked somebody out. That was Tim Malone, the rookie he faked out right here. Whoop. Shouldn't be picking on the rookies like that. 1st and 10 from the New Orleans 33-yard line. 1:20 left here in the third quarter. 3 receivers off to the far side. Wade in the shotgun. Wade drops back. Wade throws, and he's got a man, Marcus Clay, down to the 15. An 18-yard gain. I tell you what, the Saints can't stop Wade. They're just giving him time, and he's picking them apart. The veteran quarterback is just picking the Saints secondary apart. As Marcus Clay picks up 18 down to the 15-yard line. 1:08 left here in the third. Seattle poised to take a 3-score lead if they get a touchdown. 1st and 10 for the 15. In the eye, Wade under center. Wade fakes the handoff, steps up, throws, back of the end zone, but Rupert Jones was too far gone. Incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 15. Howa Davis? Howa. That must be a Native American greeting. Howa. Maybe the Navajo Nation out there in Arizona. 2nd and 10 from the 15-yard line. Wade in the shotgun. Wade to Gilbert, a draw play up the middle, and Gilbert to the 10, a gain of 5. And that'll bring up 3rd and 5. On the tackle, number 96 as Dante Monroe, the 4th-year defensive tackle out of Georgia Tech. Oh, I hate the Titans. I must be the only person in the Nashville area that hates the Titans. I can't stand them. 3rd and 5 from the 10-yard line. Wade in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the near side. Wade back. Wade throws. And incomplete. He had a man open in the back corner of the end zone, Blake Gibson, and he overthrows it. It'll be 4th down. And Seattle will be forced to kick a field goal. Tom Davidson will come on. This will be a 27-yard attempt to put the Seahawks up by 13. Keeps it a 2-score game. Kick is up, and it's good. Seahawks lead it 20-7 with 20 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. Why do I hate the Titans? It goes back to when they were in Houston. I used to love them when they were the Houston Oilers. They're one of my favorite teams. The Houston Oilers back when they were good, you know, with Pastorini and all those guys. Earl Campbell. And then Bud Adams. And the Titans are still owned by the Adams family. Bud Adams, he screwed over Houston big time. They had a loyal fan base. He purposely ran the team down, purposely made them bad so he could get out of Houston. And then, when Houston got the expansion team, the Texans, he wouldn't let them have the Oilers name. They wanted the Oilers name back, and he said no. There's the kickoff from the goal line. Marshall out over the 10, 15, 20, 25. Alvin Marshall, great return, finally taken down by Cochran, the kicker, saving the touchdown at the 46-yard line. Alvin Marshall, the 3rd-year receiver out of Idaho. Great return, and now the Saints have it at their own 46. So that's why I don't like the Titans. Plus, have you noticed whenever they play the Texans, they'll put on the Oiler uniforms just to rub it in? I mean, how classless is that? 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Hicks under center. Everybody in tight. Nelson in motion. Hicks looking. Throws near side. Caught by Nelson, the tight end, number 83, Connor Nelson, in his 2nd year out of Washington. A 2-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 8. It wasn't last season, but the season before, the Titans traveled to Houston. They were playing in Houston, and they took their Oiler uniforms and played them. That's classless, man. Last play of the 3rd quarter, Hicks out to Anthony Potts to the 41-yard line. At the end of 3, Seattle leads it 20-7 here at Jammin' Sports. And welcome back to the Superdome, New Orleans, Louisiana. The Saints are on the move, down 20-7. That was, let's see, a 14-yard gain right before the half, or right before the quarter change. We start the 4th quarter, 1st and 10 Saints at the Seahawk 41. Down by 13. They can make it a 1-score game with a touchdown. 4 wide for the Saints, but in tight. Hicks in the shotgun. 1st and 10. Hicks looking. Hicks throws near side. Caught by Hancock. Out to the 36-yard line. A gain of 5. It'll be 2nd and 5. Well, here's the thing, Davis. When Houston was granted their expansion franchise back in 2002, they approached Bud Adams and they said, "Can we have the Oilers name back?" And he said no. And then now they want to stick it in their face anytime they get a chance. 2nd and 5. Hicks looking. Throws. And it's incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 5. They were looking for Tim Jefferson. I mean, the Titans are not going to be called the Oilers anymore, so why not let them have it? It's what the fans wanted. It just seems petty to me. It just... There's no harm in letting the Houston franchise have the name Oilers. 3rd and 5 from the 36. 5 wide. Hicks in the shotgun.
Now let's go.
Big third down for New Orleans at the Seahawk 36. Hicks back. Hicks throws. Wide open down the middle. Logan Hawks. And he was wide open like nobody's business. Wide open like a phone booth in the Sahara Desert. My goodness. And the Saints have made it a one-score game. "35 yards, touchdown, Saints." Logan Hawks in his 10th year out of Syracuse. You might want to cover him next time. Evil Dead likes that. And now the Saints can make it a 6-point game. Jerome Taylor for the PAT. Snap, kick is up, and it's good. The Seahawks lead is now 6, 20-14, with 7:38 left. Plenty of time for the Saints to get a stop and get the ball back. And just to wrap up my thought on the Oilers situation, the only time the Titans wear the Oiler throwbacks is when they play Houston. They do it on purpose. Just to make me mad, Misty says. That's right. And to rub it in. It's classless, man. It's totally classless. It really is. And that's my final word on the subject. You can like the Titans if you want. That's your business. I don't. They should have stayed in Houston. Jerome Taylor will kick off. From the 1, Nixon brings it back over the 15, 20, 25. And Nixon out to the 29-yard line. On the return, Devon Nixon, the 8th-year safety out of Maryland. So Seattle now up by 6. If you're a Seahawk fan, you want them to drive down the field and get at least a field goal to make it a 2-score game again. If you're a Saint fan, you want a 3-and-out. You want a defensive stop here. There's still time, 7:34 left. This game a whole lot better than a couple of games ago. I still can't get over that Miami-Detroit stinker. I was wondering if any team was going to win that game. 1st and 10, 4 wide. Wade in the shotgun. Wade pump fakes, throws outside to Clay, and Marcus Clay picks up only a yard out to the 30-yard line. Chris Rothman on the tackle for the Saints. 7:20 and counting. It'll be 2nd and 9. We'll have the Vikings and the Packers after this. We'll head up to Lambeau Field, Green Bay, Wisconsin for that one. And then tomorrow we'll have a doubleheader starting at 8 o'clock Eastern. We'll have the Texans and the Patriots. That'll be our first game. And that'll be followed by the Browns and the Jets. So Davis, you get to see your Patriots tomorrow as they play your other favorite team, the Houston Texans. 2nd and 9 from the 30-yard line. 4 wide. Wade under center. Wade hands off to Gilbert. And Terry Gilbert trying to get outside. And he only picks up 3. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 6. On the tackle, Benjamin Clements, the 6th-year defensive back out of Texas. And now a big 3rd down coming up for the Seahawks. 3rd and 6 from their own 33 with 6:45 left. Seattle comes out. Wade in the shotgun. Wade draws back. Wade throws, and it's knocked down. Broken up by the linebacker, Andrew Moore, number 50, in his 6th year out of Nevada. New Orleans gets the 3-and-out they wanted. And now the Seahawks will punt, down by 6. New Orleans defense gets a stop. Plenty of time, 6:31 left. And now Dakota Cochran back to punt for the Seahawks. Cochran gets the punt away. And from the 17-yard line, Alvin Marshall brings it back out to the 23. And that's where the Saints will have it, 1st and 10. 6:24 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Peyton Hicks will come back out. 7th-year quarterback out of Tennessee. Plenty of time, but the Saints need a touchdown. They're 77 yards away. First and 10, New Orleans. They come out with 3 receivers to the near side. Hicks in the shotgun. Hicks fakes to Wilder, throws downfield, caught by McAllister. Out to the 46, a 23-yard gain to Jared McAllister. First down, New Orleans. Now Hicks is on fire. He can't miss. And these Saint receivers are getting open. They're fighting the seams in the zone and getting open. Of course, the Saints have a very good core of receivers. You got Logan Hawks, Tim Jefferson, Alvin Marshall, Jared McAllister, DeMarcus St. John. I mean, those are 5 very good receivers. First and 10 from the 46, 4 wide. Hicks in the gun. Hicks will drop back. Throws, and it's, incomplete. He was looking for Tim Jefferson. It was broken up by Wes Cochran, the linebacker. And that'll stop the clock with 5:50 left and bring up 2nd and 10. Second and 10 from the 46. 4 receivers wide. Hicks in the shotgun. Hicks draws back. Hicks steps up and just throws it away. Incomplete. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 10. That'll stop the clock with 5:46 left. Couldn't find a receiver open. The Saints at 3 and 6, trying to get back in the NFC playoff race. Seahawks at 7 and 2, just trying to keep a 2-game lead in the division. 3rd and 10. 4 wide. Hicks back. Hicks throws near side, caught by Hancock. And Dalton Hancock is going to be well shy of the first down. He only picks up 3 to the 49-yard line before Leonard Smith came up and made the tackle. 5:31 left. Do you go for it? I don't think so. I think they're going to punt and trust their defense. They got to stop last time. Looking forward to Vikings-Packers up next. Packers currently in first place in the NFC Central. Bill Stone back to punt. And that punt will drop inside the 5 and go into the end zone. Touchback. And the Seahawks will have it at the 20-yard line. Looking ahead to our next game, looking at the standings real quick in the NFC Central Division as I toggle down. Green Bay at 6 and 3, Detroit at 5 and 5, Minnesota at 4 and 5. Chicago at 4 and 5, and Tampa Bay at 4 and 6. Very tight division, the NFC Central. Vikings 2 games out of first behind Green Bay. They play next. 1st and 10, Seattle. Wade in the shotgun. Wade drops back, throws, dumps it off. Oh, he tried to hit Gilbert out of the backfield. Went right through his hands, incomplete. And that'll bring up 2nd and 10. 5:14 left. Should have caught that. That'll stop the clock. That works to the Saints' advantage. 4 wide. Wade in the shotgun. 2nd and 10. Wade hands off to Gilbert. And Gilbert, bouncing around, only gets 2 yards before Andrew Moore made the tackle along with Darnell Kirk. It'll be 3rd and 8 from the 22-yard line. Under 5 minutes to play. Big 3rd down for Seattle. They come out 5 wide, empty backfield for Wade. Wade takes the snap, throws outside to Walker. Oh, he fumbles, and the Saints recover. Kobe Walker down the sideline was open, And then he promptly coughs up the football. He took about 3 steps. And then it was ripped out of there by James Templeton. Great play by Templeton, the 8th-year defensive back out of South Carolina. And Andrew Moore, the linebacker, picks up the loose football. The Saints get it back. New life for New Orleans. And Evil Dead is happy now. He took the Saints in this one. Evil Dead is 71-49 on the season. "22 games up. 1st and 10 New Orleans from the Seahawk 36. 5 wide, empty backfield. Hicks in the shotgun. Hicks looking. Hicks throws, caught by Logan Hawks out to the 23. A gain of 13, and that'll be a Seahawk first down. Gary Morgan, the safety, on the tackle. First down Saints. 4:27 and counting left to play here on the clock. .422. New Orleans from the Seahawk 23. 4 wide. Hicks in the shotgun. Hicks will drop back. Hicks steps up, rolls out, throws, dumps it off to Wilder. And James Wilder only picks up 2 yards down to the 21 before being tackled by Jake Hughes, the linebacker. And that'll bring up 2nd and 8. Under 4 minutes left. Seattle holding on to a slim 6-point lead. New Orleans on the move. There's more replays with 19 than the newer games, I've noticed. And that's a good thing. 2nd and 8 from the 21. New Orleans comes out in the offset eye. Hicks under center. Hicks hands off to Wilder up the middle, and James Wilder pushing the pile down to the 16-yard line, a gain of 5. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 3. And finally bringing him down, Morgan McCoy, the 8th-year defensive end out of San Jose State. 3rd and 3 for the Saints at the Seahawks 16. 3:20 left. Clock is moving. Saints come out, 3 to the far side. Hicks in the shotgun. Hicks pump fakes, throws near side. Oh, nearly picked off by the linebacker Wes Cochran. Should have been. And now it's 4th down. And now New Orleans has a decision to make. Do you kick the field goal, make it a 3-point game, and trust your defense, or do you go for it? That's a tough call. It depends on how much you trust your defense. I might go for it here. Let's see what they do. They're going to go for it. 4th and 3 from the Seattle 16. 5 wide. Gutsy call. I like it. Hicks in the shotgun. Hicks back. Hicks throws. McAllister can't hold on. Jake Hughes knocks it away, the linebacker. And the Saints come up empty. I like going for it. I just don't like the play selection. It'll be 1st and 10, Seattle going the other way. Seahawks up 20-14. Be a turnover on downs. Jared McAllister couldn't hold on. Jake Hughes knocks it away. And now the Seattle offense will come back out. .307 left. There's time for the Saints to force a 3 and out again if they can. They did on the last drive. Seahawks come out. Everybody in tight this time. Wade in the shotgun. Wade hands off to Gilbert. And Terry Gilbert out to the 19, a gain of 3. I look for Seattle to keep it on the ground until they have to throw. Eat up that time. Under 3 minutes left. It'll be 2nd and 7 for Seattle at their own 19. Down to 2.5 minutes. Wade in the shotgun. Wade fakes the handoff. Rolls out. Wade's going to take off. And Wade breaking tackles. And Wade running with reckless abandon out to the 37-yard line. A gain of 18 yards and a Seahawk first down. Wow, breaking tackles like a running back. This is one of the best quarterback runs I've seen in a long time. Breaking tackles, making people whiff. Faked somebody out right there. Who did he fake out? Number 56, Sean Hammond. Oh, number 53, Shea Taylor. And that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Seahawks up 20-14 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to the Louisiana Superdome. New Orleans, Louisiana. Week 10. Seahawks in first place in the NFC West with a 7-2 record. They hold on to a slim 6-point lead over the Saints with 2 minutes left. And they have it 1st and 10 at their own 37. New Orleans will start taking timeouts. Wade in the shotgun, 1st and 10. Wade hands off to Gilbert. They're going to keep it on the ground, and Gilbert nearly got a first down. A gain of 9. Make it a gain of 8 out to the 46. New Orleans takes the timeout. They have 2 left, and that'll bring up 2nd and 2. The Seahawks pick up a first down here. It's pretty much over. Minnesota at Green Bay is coming up next. Give us about 5 minutes between games, and then we'll come back from Lambeau Field. It's going to be a halftime commentary, Davis. I already read the article. 2nd and 2 from the 46. Wade in the shotgun. Jones in motion. Wade hands off to Gilbert, and Gilbert gets back to the line of scrimmage and gets smacked down. He gets a yard. It'll be 3rd and 1. And New Orleans takes their second timeout. They have 1 left. Scott Hansen, who does NFL Red Zone, he'll be doing the halftime reports and the pregame reports and the postgame reports on Madden 26. Their in-game announcing teams will remain the same. 3rd and 1 from the 46-yard line. 1:53 left. Let's see if the Seahawks can pick up the first down here. Single back. Wade under center on 3rd and 1. Wade to Gilbert, and Gilbert, the Saints meet him, and he doesn't get the first down, I don't think. Did he pick up the first down? Yes, he did. Oh, he got a good spot. If he got the first down, he got a great spot. First down, Seattle. He did pick up the first down. And the Saints used their final timeout. 1:49 left. And now Seattle can start running out the clock. The Saints can't stop it. They really do. I don't think he got it. It looked to me initially he was a yard short. Boy, he got a great spot. 1st and 10 from the 48-yard line. Wade in the shotgun. Wade to Gilbert. And Gilbert will lose a yard back to the 47-yard line. It'll be, now they say no gain. It'll be 2nd and 10. Tim Malone on the tackle. Clock moves. 3.5 minutes left. The Saints can't stop it. Now we're down to 3:12 or 1:12. 2nd and 10 from their own 47-yard line in the I formation. Wade to Gilbert around the outside, and Gilbert will take a loss of a yard back to the 46. Make it a 2-yard loss. It'll be 3rd and 12. Harris came up and made the tackle. for the Saints, number 28. Ray Harris, the rookie out of Penn State. It's now 3rd and 12. The Seahawks, yes, this will get under 40 seconds. They can just take a knee here, and that'll be it. Wade in the victory formation takes a knee. And now I would advise Seattle not to punt. Just let the clock run out. You don't have to punt. They probably will, though. They tend to do that for some reason. And the Seahawks will go to 8-2, and the Saints will fall to 3-7. There's the punt. And that's going to go into the end zone. Touchback. Your final score, Seattle 20, New Orleans 14. Thanks for watching here at Jammin' Sports. Vikings, Packers up next. We'll see you then.